Hi everyone, I'm new to Facebook Live, so hopefully this will go okay. My name is Katie Taylor and I am the registered dietitian at Advocate Fitness Center. So I wanted to come to you today and talk about some healthy snacking. So I hope everyone is doing well, staying home, staying safe, and able to stay active still, able to hopefully get outside today. The sun is shining, which is wonderful. But today, like I said, I wanted to talk to you about some healthy snacking. I have had people say to me that with them being home more right now, they're finding that they're snacking more. And I don't want snacking to be thought of as necessarily a bad thing. Okay, I think sometimes snacking gets a bad rap. But what I want you to think about for a minute is think about when you go to the grocery store and see, how the aisles are labeled, and they'll have snack, just the word snack above one of the aisles. And if you think about the types of food that are in those snack aisles, sometimes those can be not our healthiest choices. But snacking overall doesn't have to be a bad thing. So a couple things that I try to keep in mind when it comes to snacking is, first, try not to think of your snack as a whole nother meal. So let's say you're the type of person that typically eats, 3 meals a day. You might have a couple snacks in there as well. And that's great. That can be a great, eating plan for you. But when you're thinking about those snacks, those should not be equivalent to the caloric intake as a full meal. So let's say you typically eat, 500-600 calories, something like that at a meal. Your snack should not be the same. A snack, you want to think a little bit smaller in there. So let's say your snack, it can be a few hundred calories. That's fine. But again, don't think of it as a whole nother meal, because that could possibly be too much. Okay, so snacking, yes, we can do it, but it's not going to be our fourth, fifth meal, things like that. Okay, another thing with snacks is portions. Okay, so example I like to give is trail mix. Trail mix can be a great snack, but it can be really easy to overeat the portion size of trail mix. So let's say the portion size for the trail mix that you purchase is about 1/4 of a cup. Well, if you buy the big bags of trail mix, which can be more economical, if you're just eating out of that bag, you can easily overeat. Okay, you can easily be eating more than you think. So a suggestion that I do have, trail mix can be a great snack, a good combination of carbohydrates, proteins. You can get some fruits in there, things like that. But my suggestion is, if you do purchase the big bag of trail mix, when you get home, maybe go ahead and portion it out into individual baggies. So when you go to the pantry to get a snack, something like that, I already have it portioned out. I can have much better control over how much of that trail mix that I'm going to eat. So when I get home, I look at the serving size that's listed on the bag, and then I get out baggies and I individually portion them out. Okay, it's a great thing for my kids as well, where they're not just eating from the whole bag. They can go ahead and just grab that bag. It can satisfy what they're wanting, for their snack, but it's kind of keeping in control of how much they're getting. So portion size is a big part of snacking. Okay, it's a big part of eating overall, but especially when we're snacking, if we feel like we kind of lose control or tend to overeat when it comes to snacks, just being mindful of what those portions actually look like. Okay. Another thing when it comes to snacking, something that I talk a lot about is mindful eating. Okay, mindful eating comes into play when it comes to snacking as well. So we want to snack. What I encourage people to do is just think about it for a minute. Okay, snacking, like I said, we can definitely have snacks, but are you really hungry? Okay, if you are really hungry, you're showing physical signs of hunger, your stomach's growling, you might get dizzy, your blood sugar, you feel like it's dropped, yeah, it's time for a snack. But there are other times where we go for a snack, not because we're hungry. Sometimes it's because we're bored, we're stressed. Right now, we're all home more, so I might have more time on my hands. I tend to walk by the pantry numerous times a day. So I might find myself snacking more, and it's not necessarily because I'm hungry. It's just I'm snacking to snack, okay? So when we talk about mindful eating, what that means is you are really using the cues here and the cues here, okay? So I'm thinking about, am I actually hungry, okay? If I am, like I said, have that snack, that's fine. But if you're just eating to eat, that is not mindful eating, okay? So in that situation, I might need to look at, why do I feel, I'm not really hungry, but I'm turning to food, things like that. Is there something else that I could be doing in its place? Can I go outside? Can I go for a walk? Can I do something, a puzzle with the kids, something like that? Just really think about, like I said, if you are hungry, you're showing those physical signs of hunger, then yeah, go ahead and have that snack. But if you're just turning to food for other reasons, like we're all living in this stressful time right now, we might need to, cope in a different way other than just going for snacks or tend to overeat, things like that, okay? As far as some healthy snacks. So I went to my pantry, I looked in the refrigerator, and I just tried to find some things that we tend to snack on here, okay? Yes, I'm a registered dietitian, but we still eat, we eat sweets. I like to bake, so we're still doing stuff like that. I don't want people to feel like they can never, partake in stuff like that. But the thing that helps me the most with that, if I'm baking, cookies for the kids or things like that, that portion control comes into play for sure. So yep, I can have, one cookie, but I'm not going to eat a dozen cookies, things like that. When they're around, I just have to be more mindful again, where I don't let myself just, overeat snacks or things like that. Okay. But some things that I did find, something I want to say first though, when it comes to snacks, something I always encourage people to do is to still pair up their foods. What I mean by that is I'm going to try not to have a snack that is all carbohydrates. Okay, carbohydrates are important. We need carbohydrates, but we do burn carbohydrates the fastest. So since we burn through those the fastest, we can tend to feel hungry sooner. Okay, so what I would encourage people to do is try to pair up a carbohydrate with a protein. Okay, an example of that is an apple. Okay, great snack. Nothing wrong with apples. Sometimes people hesitate to eat fruit because they say, oh, well, fruit is high in sugar. Yep, fruit has sugar. That is true. It's a natural sugar. It's fructose. And again, it counts as a carbohydrate. That's okay. That's still a healthy carbohydrate for us to have. What I would do in this situation, as opposed to only eating the apple, I might pair it with some peanut butter. Okay, any nut butter that you like. It doesn't necessarily have to be peanut butter, but I could pair it with that. This is my protein, this is my carbohydrate. Okay, so there I'm getting the combination. Okay, something else I could do is I like string cheese sticks. Okay, we eat a lot of these in our house. So again, if I wanted to pair these up, string cheese could be my protein, my apple is my carbohydrate. Okay, so just trying to think about how I can still pair up where I'm getting the carbohydrate and the protein is important even when it comes to snacking. Okay, I talk about that a lot when it comes to meals, looking at our meal overall and trying not to just eat from one food group. But I want you to think about that when it comes to snacking as well. Okay, that is true with that trail mix that I mentioned earlier. If your trail mix has nuts, raisins, some, I can't think of the name of what that trail mix is, but it'll even have M&Ms in it sometimes, things like that. But again, within that, I can get the combination of protein and carbohydrates, okay? Something else that we have in our house to snack on, like a protein bar. This is just one that we got from Walmart. But it's just like a Nature Valley protein bar. It's just the Great Value brand. But this has 190 calories in it, okay? It has 10 grams of protein, okay? So this could be something that I might snack on. If I'm not very hungry, a lot of times what I'll do, I'll just cut it in half, okay? It gives me a little bit of sweetness because it does have a dark chocolate on it. But it can sometimes just satisfy, you know, what I was looking for in my snack. So sometimes I'll just take half of it, wrap the other half back up, and then the next time I need a snack, it's there. So I'm not overeating in that situation, okay? I have made protein balls at the fitness center before and handed those out. That's something that I might demo on Friday. That's a really popular recipe. I like to have those around for snacks. I had some in the refrigerator and my kids ate them all. So I apologize that I can't show you those right now, but those are a nice snack. It's just a homemade protein ball and they're portioned out. So I just have, you know, that size, and it's just something I can grab and that can be a snack, okay? Another thing that I think can be a good snack is yogurt, okay? So this brand I have here is called Too Good. This is just one that some members had told me about, and then I went out and bought it, and I actually really like it. With this yogurt, it has only 2 grams of sugar, which is great because a lot of the yogurts that you'll find in the store, they just have an unbelievable amount of sugar in it. A yogurt can be a great snack, okay? Still a great source of protein, great source of calcium, so this can be a nice snack. The other day, I did happen to make some homemade granola. That's just what's in here. So I might, for a snack, top a little bit of homemade granola on top of my yogurt, and that could be my snack, okay? So all of those are just some quick examples. I went around the kitchen real quick and just tried to find some stuff that we had in our house, but all of those can be some great examples of some healthy snacks that you could have, that you might already have in your pantry, okay? Something else I was gonna try to do this week was maybe make some homemade granola bars. I have 4 kids, so we go through a lot of food, and I was gonna try to make some homemade granola bars for them because that would be a healthier option for them to snack on as well. So hopefully you guys find that helpful when it comes to snacking. But just a couple things that I wanna reiterate is, don't think of snacking as necessarily a bad thing. Again, I know snacking can get a bad reputation sometimes, but you just need to be careful. What are you snacking on? Okay, if I was snacking on, you know, the jumbo bag of Cheetos every day, no, that's not going to be a great snack. But if I'm making some healthy choices for my snack, that can be a great part of my eating pattern. So just don't think, when you hear the word snack, think of all the great options that you can have as a snack, okay? Portion sizes, please remember, we need to be mindful of portion sizes when it comes to our snacks as well, just like the idea I gave of, you know, portioning out trail mix or things like that. That can be helpful with snacking. And then that mindful eating, that's just a good practice overall, really. Snacking, eating in general, is just make sure that you know, if I'm hungry, I'm going to eat, but I'm going to make sure I'm eating when I'm hungry. I'm going to stop when I'm full, and I'm not just going to kind of eat to eat, okay? I'm going to eat, you know, when I'm hungry, but not just because I'm bored or I'm stressed or I'm sad or things like that. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Get outside, enjoy some sunshine, and I will be back on Friday doing a demo. We might talk about smoothies. That can be another great snack. So I might demo some different smoothies that I'll do at home. Honestly, I don't really follow recipes. I just kind of throw what I have into a smoothie, but it can be a great way to get in fruits, veggies. I can get in some, you know, if I use Greek yogurt, things like that, it can be a good source of calcium. So I'll do some demos on Friday for some healthy snacks, maybe the protein balls like I mentioned, but I hope everyone has a great week, and I will see you all on Friday. Thank you.